Hello again. Recall last time we had a look at the portfolio report script. This was a Python script that took in a set of assets in the form of a table and used the yfinance module to update the prices of those shares or assets, and then further used other modules such as OpenPyXL to output a report which aggregated the data in terms of shares, sector breakdown, currencies, and portfolios. This report included a summary tab as well as the filled in data frame. So the original data frame with the prices and value filled in, as well as table 2, which was the shares breakdown, table 3 was the sectors breakdown, 4 was the currencies breakdown, and table 5 was the portfolios breakdown or the accounts breakdown. And we also had a tab called orderings, which just ordered the shares by largest to smallest percentage holding. So moving further with this project, we look at the summary tab, and the idea now is to clean up the summary tab, make it a little bit more interactive, and we are going to do this by changing this from simply a summary tab made up of pictures pasted into Excel and getting a version of this in Power BI. And thus turns out to be this. So a Power BI report which takes the same format as the summary page in the Excel report. So we have the shares breakdown, and next to it we have the shares ordered by percentage holding, and underneath we have the sectors composition, the currencies, and the portfolio or accounts breakdown. Now, just to go through the visual and the interactions here, the shares pie graph does not interact with any of the other pie charts. So as you can see, clicking on any slice of the shares graph doesn't change any of the other graphs. Also, the horizontal bar graph does not interact with any of the other visuals, so it simply just highlights what you select. However, the bottom 3 pie graphs, so the sector breakdown, the currencies breakdown, as well as the portfolios breakdown, those can be used to filter the shares breakdown, but also highlight, not filter, the horizontal bar graph. So an illustration of that, if we look at sector composition, we see diversified ETFs account for 23.11% of our whole portfolio. So clicking the slice, we see that this diversified portfolio section in terms of shares, 25.44% of it is the STX 40 or the Satrix 40 ETF, and 74.56% is made up of the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust. So we have a breakdown of that sector specifically, and on the horizontal bar graph side, the horizontal bar graph has not been filtered like the shares pie chart, but the components are simply highlighted. So we still get a view of the fact that the SPY share is just 17.23% of the portfolio as a whole, while STX 40 is 5.88% of the portfolio as a whole. So as we select, we get the filtered breakdown with the pie chart, but we also keep a view of the how the components fit into the whole using the horizontal bar graph. So just a few more illustrations looking at financials. This is made up of three parts: STX Fin and the Visa shares, as well as the Absa Group shares. And on the side here, we can also see those highlighted. Similarly with the currencies, you can use those as a filter. So these are our USD denominated assets. These are our ZAR or Rand denominated assets. And so too we can narrow down to the account level. So SA account 1 then looks like this. And for instance, again, US account 1, as well as the C savings account, which is just 100% ZAR. We also have another report called individual share, which copies the horizontal bar graph from the previous share summaries report. And this time on the left, we have a panel of information. This report is mainly for looking, narrowing down on a particular share. So looking at the information for a particular share rather than the previous one where the breakdown was on sector, currencies, and portfolio. So in its unfiltered state, the only pieces of information on the panel on the left that makes sense is the total Rand value, as well as the holding percentage, the 100% holding percentage. But using the horizontal bar graph as a filter, you can see that if we select the, for instance, share SPY, the information on the left gets displayed for that share. So that's the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust with the symbol SPY, SPY. And according to our tables, the price is $571 and 47 cents, with a quantity of 6 shares being held, having a Rand value of 58,891 and 70 cents in rands, and the holding is the share is 17.23% of our total holdings, and it is classified in the diversified ETFs sector. There we see, if we select V for Visa, we have it at this price in US dollars, and we own 4 shares with a Rand value of this much, about 19,000, and it comprises 5.53% of total holdings, and it's been assigned to the financial sector. So we have same with other shares. So this industrial sector share, so the ETF, but specifically on industrial, shares, which comprises 44.44% of our portfolio, which is this much in rands, and it is 119 rand and 58 rands 58 cents a share as of our latest update, and we own 127 shares. So that is the individual shares report using the horizontal bar graph as a filter. And yeah, that's that. So a much nicer, much more interactive version of the summaries page of our output report, followed by as well a report that allows us to drill down on the information for a specific holding or share. All right. Thank you.